Hey friends, it's Amy Dove, the Keto Queen. I hope you're having a great day. Let me clean off this camera just a second. I hope you guys are excited for dinner time. I know I am. We are fixing to make some air fried pork chop, and we're making some broccoli mac and cheese. Now my recipe that I just posted in here for you guys that you'll see as soon as I finish up says cauliflower mac and cheese. But I forgot to buy cauliflower. Normally I mix cauliflower and broccoli to make this mac and cheese, but I completely forgot. So today we're doing broccoli mac and cheese, and I'm excited for it. It's been a little while. So far, all I've done is steamed some broccoli. Now, I only halfway steamed it. So I steamed it for about 2 minutes. I've got my oven on 350. I then put some bacon crumbles on top. Now, this bacon Ricky cooked yesterday, and it was a little crispy. So normally I like to put some half-baked broccoli on top, but because it's a little crispy already, I'm gonna put it inside the dish with the broccoli. And then we're fixing to make a cheese sauce that's gonna go over the broccoli to make the mac and cheese. So I'm gonna start off with some heavy cream, and I'm gonna do about a cup and a fourth. So 1 full cup and about a fourth of a cup. So I am gonna measure it this time. And all we're gonna do is really start to simmer this. I really don't know how much I need because I'm only cooking a little bit. The great thing about this recipe is you truly can change it up to however much sauce you need, and you can always add more heavy cream to extend out the sauce. It's a great cheese sauce, so yummy and so easy. So what we did is start with a little over a cup of heavy cream. We've got a skillet here, and we're gonna heat this up and go ahead and get it warm. The next thing we're gonna do is add some cream cheese. So you can do as much or as little as you want to. Normally when I'm doing broccoli and cauliflower, I've got a bigger dish and I use about 4 ounces. But because I'm only using 1 steamed bag of broccoli and it's just for me and Ricky, and I really don't want any leftovers for this week, I'm gonna use about 2 ounces. The thing with the cream cheese is it really doesn't matter. You can have a tiny bit of cream cheese. You don't have to have a lot, but I like cream cheese sometimes in my sauces just to make them a little thicker. So I'm gonna add 2 ounces of cream cheese to 1 cup of heavy cream. Guys, I hope you're learning from my page that when you make your own recipe up, you really can change it every single time you cook it if you want to. There's just so many different ways to cook sauces, and I love a good cheese sauce, a creamy cheese sauce specifically. All right, let me throw this away and clean my hands up. I've got my air fried pork chops over in the air fryer. I've already got them seasoned, so while we're waiting on this cream cheese or heavy cream to warm up, I'll tell you what I'm doing here. I made a crust with some grated Parmesan cheese, so the canister, like pizza shaker Parmesan cheese. And the thing I love about this crust is you can season it however you want to. But for me, you'll see it's a little red. I used some paprika, onion powder, garlic powder, parsley, and I did a paprika. So paprika, garlic powder, onion powder, parsley, that's about it. And I just made a really pretty crust. And I've got my air fryer on. I've got my pork chop. What I did is take some avocado oil and just rub them up really good with some salt and pepper. So salt and pepper your pork or your chicken or whatever. I used some avocado oil, just really oiled it up really good, and then dipped it into the crust and put it right over into the air fryer basket. So we're making the cheese sauce for our broccoli cheese, and I've got a little over a cup of heavy cream. You can always add more later. So I would much rather start small and add as I need. Guys, as you're coming on, let me know what you're doing for dinner tonight. I'd love to know what you're doing for dinner and to see if you have any questions for me about low carb or keto. So if you do, just go ahead and put it in the comments. Now, while this heavy cream is starting to get hot, I'm gonna go ahead and break up my cream cheese into just small little pieces. Now those pork chops I'm cooking tonight are kind of thick. I normally always buy thin chops, but they did not have very much selection at the grocery store this week. So I got some thick chops. I could have cut them in half, but I decided just to let them cook. So it's gonna take a little longer in that air fryer than normal for these pork chops. So what I'm gonna do is go ahead and get this prepped, put it in the oven on 350 to let the cheese sauce and the broccoli continue to cook together. So like I said, I only steamed the broccoli for about 2 minutes, so it's pretty soft, but you can definitely cook it a little longer. You don't wanna steam it too much because as soon as you start to stir it up, it's gonna just turn to mush. Let's see. Cool. Okay, let's see. And then what we're gonna do is while our heavy cream is starting to melt, I'm gonna go ahead and prep some cheddar cheese. Now I'm gonna use cheddar in my mac and cheese. If you wanna use a different cheese, you go for it. This is your sauce that you're making. I'm just showing you how to prep and how to really get started. The thing with the sauces too, you can use different cheeses and you can use different seasonings. Tonight, I'm going to use salt, pepper. I'm going to put a little garlic powder in there because I love garlic. And I'm also going to season it with a little paprika. Now, you don't have to do that. Again, you can season it however you want. It's just the way I love my cheese sauce when I'm making a mac and cheese. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and just start to shred some cheese. We can always do little or much, but it is a mac and cheese. So I definitely recommend some good cheese. This is just a mild cheddar. And you can do, a half a cup, you can do a full cup. It really doesn't matter. It's depending on how cheesy you want it. I'm probably going to do a good full cup here. And if your skillet gets too hot, if your saucepan gets too hot, just turn it down on low heat. We just want to simmer that heavy cream so it'll thicken up. If you cook it really, really fast, it gets thick fast, but it also can burn your cream cheese. All right, that looks like a perfect amount right there, and we can check it out later. All right, so I've got my heavy cream in the skillet. I put 2 ounces of cream cheese, sort to melt. Let me get my little stirrer here. And we're just gonna let this get hot, and we're gonna allow the cream cheese to really start to melt before we add anything else. We can add some seasoning though. Let me go ahead and get some pepper. We're gonna do some pepper. We're gonna do a little bit of salt. And I have not been shopping like I normally do. You guys know, if you're watching my page, we've been doing a lot of traveling to the doctors, and I have ran out of my Redmond's real salt. I normally always have my pepper in my shakers, but I mean, we're living life in the fast lane these days. So I have this. I had this up in my cabinet. It's a pink Himalayan salt. I was like, well, what'll have to do until I can make time to stop long enough to buy my Redmond's real salt. I love to make sure that I teach replacing of white salt. Your white table salt is stripped of its minerals. So when you get a pink Himalayan salt, and I hate to say this, but a good pink Himalayan salt, not just some fake company that put something in the Dollar Tree, but like a really good pink Himalayan salt or a Celtic sea salt or a Redmond's real salt, those salts are not stripped of its minerals. So you get, of course, your iodine that you need, but you also get the magnesium and the sodium that you actually need for electrolytes. So I always recommend changing out your white table salt and use a pink Himalayan salt or a Celtic sea salt or just a real mineral salt. I personally love Redmond's. It's Redmonds, Redmond's real salt. All right, there we go. So I put some salt and pepper in there. Did I put salt in there? I know I did pepper. I can look at it because it's pink. Yes, I did. All right, and I'm going to add a little bit of garlic powder because I like garlic in my mac and cheese. So we're just going to add just a little bit of garlic. And I could have used some minced garlic and butter, but that's okay. I'm just going to do a little bit of garlic powder. A little bit of garlic powder. And we can taste this later. Now, you saw I salt and peppered my vegetables because you always want to salt and pepper your vegetables. I can't even talk today. I hope you guys have had a great day. I'd love to know what you're cooking for dinner tonight that's low carb or keto friendly. When I finish this video, and this is a live video, you'll see the link to both of these recipes. The only thing you're going to notice differently is in this mac and cheese, it's called cauli mac and cheese because I normally use cauliflower and broccoli, but I forgot to buy cauliflower at the store. It was on my list and completely forgot it. So instead, we're making just a plain old broccoli mac and cheese, and it's going to taste delicious. So the longer and the hotter you simmer this heavy cream, it's going to start to create a thicker paste, or not a paste, but a thicker sauce. So we don't want to just pour water over our vegetables. We really do want it to start to thicken up. And then, of course, we got to add our cheddar cheese, and that's going to help it thicken a little bit too. The thing about making your sauces with heavy cream is if it gets too thick, because we're letting it simmer and it's going to get hot, if it gets too thick, it's okay. Because you can add a little splash of water. You can also add another splash of heavy cream, and it's going to loosen it up perfectly. I'd rather it be thick and me thin it out than to have so much heavy cream over here. You're making a huge batch of sauce that you don't need, and it takes forever to get thick. So I like to start with a half a cup or even a cup, depending on the dish I'm making, and then you can always add to. Another thing you can do is put a splash of chicken broth in there. So water, heavy cream, or chicken broth, either way. And then I'll just loosen it up and turn it back into a creamier sauce instead of some thick dish. All right, so the heavy cream is definitely melted in there. I mean, the cream cheese is definitely melted in there. The heavy cream is starting to get a little thicker. You see, I mean, it's still water, so we're gonna let it keep on simmering. We'll add our cheddar cheese last. We're gonna pour that over this dish, and then I've got my oven on 350. We're gonna bake it for about 20 minutes, that's all you need. All I've got is some broccoli that's steamed for about 2 minutes. I put in some bacon crumbles because it's already crispy. I put it inside the broccoli dish. And then we are going to top it off with the cheese sauce and let it bake for about 20 minutes or so, just until the cheese and the broccoli will get a little softer. And then that cheese will really make it flavor up really good in the oven while our air fried pork chops are cooking. So this is looking good. It's starting to get a little thicker, see? Oh yeah, see the difference? It was really, really watery, and now it's getting a little thicker. So you can see it as it continues to simmer. You also can see little chunks of cream cheese, and that's okay. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and add my cheddar cheese. And you can do as much or as little as you want. This is your dish that you're making. This is my broccoli mac and cheese, so I'm doing about a cup of cheddar cheese. I also seasoned it with salt, pepper, a little garlic powder, and you know what else? I think I'm gonna throw in a little bit of paprika. Give it a little kick. I like to put paprika in my mac and cheese. A little bit of paprika. Oh, okay, a little bit. It's a good thing we like paprika, okay? And then we're just gonna stir it up and let this cheddar cheese melt. If you need more cheese, put it in there. Like I said, if it gets too thick, just loosen it back up with a little dash of heavy cream, water, or even chicken broth. And it's looking really pretty. See that? I love the color of it. It's really, really pretty. It's getting a little thicker. Still need to go. Because you know when you put this in the oven, it's going to continue to cook. But sauces don't thicken up in the oven. So if you put it in the oven, if anything, it's going to actually get watery. So we're going to let it thicken up just a couple more minutes. And it smells good. It looks delicious. I am going to do a little taste test here. Perfect. Doesn't need anything else. It doesn't need any salt, pepper, or anything else. That is so delicious. All right, guys, if you've been following my page and you have gotten any education or great recipes or encouragement, I'm going to ask you to share this video. Share this video and give me some hearts so we can show other people how easy it is to come home. I hear so many people say, well, I don't get off work till 5 o'clock. I'm just too tired to cook. Me too. I get off at 5 o'clock. I come straight home. I do my grocery shopping 1 day a week. I know exactly what I'm going to cook because I bought the stuff for it. I only cook easy, fast dishes. So it's just an excuse. I'm sorry, I used to use it too, but it really is just an excuse. You just got to feel comfortable about moving quickly in your kitchen and to have dishes that are fast and easy that your family actually will enjoy. So if you guys are enjoying my page, give me some hearts and share this video. Look how pretty this is. Now it's getting a little thicker, as you can see, much thicker. I think it's perfect. I'm gonna go ahead and actually I'm gonna let it simmer a couple more minutes. I like it a little thick. Ooh, man, it smells so good. All right, now if you think you needed more, you can always fix more. I'm just gonna pour this cheese sauce over the broccoli. Oh man, this looks so good. It actually could have cooked a few more minutes. I would have liked it a little thicker, but that's okay. Oh man. If I had already steamed this broccoli complete, we could eat it just like it is. I mean, just a broccoli cheese sauce. But I am going to bake it for about 20 minutes, maybe 15 minutes, just until the broccoli is soft enough for my fork. Oh man, this smells so good, y'all. It smells so good. So again, when you open up the link to the recipe that you're going to see in the post, you're going to see a little different because it says cauli mac and cheese. I normally do broccoli and cauliflower, but this is just broccoli, and don't that look good? Give me some hearts if that looks delicious. Ooh, I might have to take a picture of that. Oh, that's probably hot. All right, let me get this out of my way. Okay, my oven just went off, my air fryer oven. That was a good 15 minutes, so let me stick this bad boy in the oven real quick. The good thing is the broccoli is already tender. I just want to get a little softer, and my pork chops are probably done. Oh man, they look so good. They look so delicious. Let me pull my phone over here so you guys can see. I've got a mess, but it's okay. Oh yeah, don't those look delicious? Those are so good. Now I cook those for about 20 minutes because they're thicker pork chops. Normally I do them a lot thinner. All right, let's see. Fresh salmon and green beans sounds delicious, Imogene. Oh, Bridget's not having supper. Oh no. To cook fasting never hurt. No, girl. I love to fast. I should have been fasting all day today, but I didn't. I had to work at work. I had to go train a large room of people today, and they had food. And they were like insisting that I had lunch with them. So I stayed and I had lunch with them. It was really good. But I should have been fasting all day long. All right, guys, you have a great night. We've got our air fried pork chops. The link is going to be in this post as soon as we finish up. We've got our broccoli mac and cheese, and it is looking so delicious. We're going to have that cook just a few more minutes in the oven, and then we're going to eat our dinner. So y'all have a good one, and I'll see you all later. Bye.